Imagine a landscape that looks like a giant box of chocolates. This is not a dream, this is a real place in the Philippines, on the island of Bohol. Hundreds of hills stretch out before your eyes, almost perfectly shaped, like giant molehills. Some say they look like Hershey's Kisses, scattered across the land. These are the famous chocolate hills of Bohol, a unique spectacle that draws travelers from all over the world. Their symmetrical forms create a rolling, almost surreal panorama. This natural wonder is more than just a pretty picture, it sparks curiosity and a sense of adventure. How did these strange formations come to be? What stories do they hold within their grassy slopes? The Chocolate Hills invite you to discover their secrets. It's a journey into a landscape that feels almost magical. This is more than just a stop on a tour. It is an experience that will stay with you, a journey into a dream made of earth and sky. The Chocolate Hills offer a sweet escape from the ordinary. They remind us of the incredible artistry of nature. Come, let's explore this delightful corner of the world together. Your adventure into this chocolate box landscape begins now. Prepare to be amazed by this incredible destination. So, what exactly are these curious mounds of earth? They are not man-made pyramids or ancient burial grounds. Instead, nature itself sculpted these wonders with its patient, artistic hand. The Chocolate Hills are a geological formation. Their origin is a fascinating story of natural processes. They stand as a testament to the Earth's creative power. There are over 1,200 of these hills. They are spread over a vast area of more than 50 square kilometers. This concentration of similar formations is what makes them so striking. Most of these hills are remarkably uniform in shape. They are generally conical or dome-shaped, like perfect haystacks. They rise from the plains to heights of 30 to 50 meters. The largest ones can reach up to 120 meters tall. They are primarily covered in hardy grasses, like kogon grass. Few trees grow on the hills themselves, adding to their distinct look. During the long dry season, the vibrant green grass withers. It turns a rich, deep, chocolatey brown color. This is when the hills truly live up to their delicious name. The entire landscape transforms, resembling giant chocolate drops. The Chocolate Hills are a feast for the eyes in any season. Scientists have a story for how these hills came to be. These hills are primarily made of limestone. This limestone originated from ancient coral reefs. Millions of years ago, this entire area was underwater. Coral reefs flourished in the warm tropical waters. As sea creatures lived and died, their shells and skeletons accumulated. These calcium carbonate remains piled up on the seabed. Over eons they were compacted and cemented together. This process formed thick layers of limestone rock. The Earth's tectonic plates were also slowly shifting. This movement caused the land in this region to gradually rise. The ancient seabed, with its limestone layers, emerged from the water. Once exposed, the limestone became subject to the elements. Rainwater, which is slightly acidic, began to dissolve the rock. Rivers and streams carved paths through the landscape. This slow, relentless process is known as erosion and weathering. The specific type of limestone and the tropical climate accelerated this. This is how the unique shapes of the hills were sculpted. It's a process called karstification, common in limestone areas. The distinctive, almost symmetrical cone shape of the hills is fascinating. The Chocolate Hills stand as a beautiful testament to Earth's patient hand. The Chocolate Hills are not always the color of chocolate. They are dynamic, changing their appearance with the seasons. This transformation makes them even more special and captivating. The hills offer a different kind of beauty throughout the year. During the rainy season, the hills wear a coat of vibrant green. This period typically runs from June to November. The grasses covering them are fresh, lush, and full of life. It is a beautiful contrast to their more famous dry season look. Then as the rains subside, the dry season begins. This is usually from late November to May. The sun's warmth gradually turns the green grasses brown, from a light tan to a deep, rich, chocolatey hue. This magical transformation is what gives them their name. Whether green or brown, the hills are always a spectacle. Consider visiting at sunrise or sunset for an extra treat. The low angle of the sun paints the hills in soft light. Golds, oranges, and purples can dance across their slopes. Early morning mists often weave through the valleys between hills. This can create an ethereal, almost mystical atmosphere. Truly, any time of day, in any season, offers a breathtaking view. The Chocolate Hills are not just geological wonders, they are also steeped in fascinating myths and local legends. These stories add a layer of magic and romance to the landscape. One of the most famous tales speaks of two feuding giants. They lived in the region long, long ago. A fierce rivalry erupted between them, for reasons now forgotten. Their anger led to a tremendous battle. The giants fought for days and nights with incredible strength. They hurled massive rocks and boulders at each other. The earth trembled with the force of their blows. These rocks and boulders scattered across the plains became the hills. When the giants finally grew tired of fighting, they made peace. They became friends and left the island of Bohol together. But they left behind the remnants of their mighty struggle. The Chocolate Hills, according to this legend, are their battleground. Another popular legend is a more poignant romantic tale. It tells of a powerful and handsome young giant named Arogo. He wept powerful giant tears that flowed like rivers. As his tears fell to the earth and dried, they formed mounds. These mounds became the Chocolate Hills. Beyond the tales of giants, other local stories also try to explain. These stories try to make sense of this unusual landscape. They are passed down through generations, enriching Bohol's culture. One rather amusing legend involves a giant carabao. A carabao is a water buffalo, a common farm animal in the Philippines. This particular carabao, however, was a massive pest. It roamed the island, devouring all the villagers' precious crops. The people were desperate to find a way to stop it. The villagers, tired of their fields being destroyed, hatched a plan. They gathered all their spoiled food, everything inedible. They piled it high, hoping to trick the gluttonous carabao. The giant carabao, with its insatiable appetite, found the pile. It greedily ate every last bit of the spoiled food. Its stomach, however, could not handle such a foul meal. It suffered a terrible bout of indigestion. As a result of its upset stomach, the carabao left giant droppings. These droppings were scattered all over the plains. Over time, these enormous piles of dung hardened in the sun. They eventually transformed into the Chocolate Hills. This story, while less romantic than the tale of Arogo, is quite memorable. Reaching the Chocolate Hills is part of your grand adventure. Bohol is a beautiful island province in the Visayas region. You can easily reach it by air or by sea. The main gateway to Bohol is Tagbilaran City. Tagbilaran has an airport with flights from Manila and other Philippine cities. It also has a busy seaport, welcoming ferries from nearby islands like Cebu, Dumaguete, and Siquijor. Your journey to this natural wonder starts here. From Tagbilaran City, the Chocolate Hills are within easy reach. You can hire a private car or van with a driver. This is a comfortable option, especially if you are in a group. Alternatively, you can take a public bus heading towards Carmen. The main viewing complex for the hills is located in Carmen town. The bus journey is more local and very affordable. It takes approximately 1 to 2 hours depending on traffic. Enjoy the scenic drive through Bohol's charming countryside. The most popular viewpoint is the Chocolate Hills complex. It is located in the town of Carmen, as mentioned. Here, an observation deck has been built on one of the hills. The panoramic view from this deck is simply spectacular. To see the hills in their iconic chocolate brown color, timing is key. Plan your visit during the dry season for the best effect. This typically runs from late November through May. The months of January to May often offer the driest weather, and therefore, the brownest hills. This is peak viewing time. However, the hills are stunning even when green, so don't worry too much if your travel dates fall outside this period. The majesty of the landscape shines through year-round. When you visit, be sure to wear comfortable clothing and shoes. You will likely be doing some walking and climbing, especially if you ascend the steps at the Chocolate Hills complex. Bring a bottle of water to stay hydrated, especially on hot days. A hat, sunglasses and sunscreen are also highly recommended. The tropical sun can be quite strong even on cloudy days. Being prepared will make your experience much more enjoyable. Consider trying an all-terrain vehicle, ATV adventure. Several operators offer ATV rentals and guided tours. You can ride along designated trails around the base of some hills. This offers a different perspective of these geological marvels. Always follow safety guidelines and respect the environment. The Chocolate Hills of Bohol are so much more than just a pretty view. They represent an experience that touches you deeply. It's a feeling of awe, a connection to something ancient, and to something profoundly, wonderfully beautiful. This is not just another tourist spot to tick off a list. It is a place that invites contemplation and sparks joy. The sheer scale and unique uniformity of the hills are mesmerizing. It's a landscape that feels both real and entirely dreamlike. Standing on that viewing deck or at a quieter spot, looking out at the seemingly endless expanse of rolling mounds, you cannot help but feel a sense of perspective. You feel small in the face of such natural grandeur. Yet, at the same time, you feel connected to it, part of something vast, timeless, and incredibly special. It is a humbling experience and also deeply inspiring. Moments like these are what make travel so rewarding. This is the kind of place that stays with you. Long after you have packed your bags and returned home, the memory of those perfectly formed chocolate-colored or green hills, it will linger in your mind like a sweet, cherished taste.